And welcome back in to the Trail Count podcast. It's your boy Trail, the Handsome Heel, broadcasting live from the beautiful city of Los Angeles. I'm joined by the majestic beard, Jacob Winnie, live from Detroit. And of course, Jules fucking Bell in the building out there in the desert.
What's going
Arizona. How y'all boys doing tonight?
on? Doing good, doing good.
Yep, not too bad, man. How you guys doing?
Man, listen. Other than a lot of things at work going on, got to go back in tonight at midnight. So hey man,
Uh-oh.
it is what it is. I'm gonna get some sleep though. But we just concluded Monday Night Raw. We had AJ Lee back on TV. The Masked Man is back, and then a lot of things went down. But let's get into the AJ Lee. AJ Lee back on TV. Obviously now setting up a program with the man Becky Lynch, right? So it's looking like we're gonna get that's a damn good match, man. I think everybody's so focused on WrestleMania,
Right.
but the Chamber is shaping up to be very good. Like you got
Yeah.
looks like we're gonna get AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental title,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
Finn
So
versus Punk.
yeah,
Gonna
so
get
looks
Finn versus Punk.
AJ
Yeah.
Lee comes out there and pretty much manipulates the man into putting up her title. So I think that's going to be a good one. And then also tonight we see. So speaking of programs, though, Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. It appears that that's the route they want to go, but it just seems like creative doesn't really know what they want to do. I say this because it seems like um, at the end of the promo tonight, Liv Morgan is like, hey, you're not going to rush me into making my decision. So she's
Right.
establishing that. I mean, obviously Stephanie Valkyr is going after. I mean, being the champion, she's being an aggressive champion. She's not waiting to get picked or hunted. She's made it clear that she wants Liv Morgan at WrestleMania, but Liv Morgan is making it seem like she might pick somebody else, which I
Yeah.
don't think. But then a lot of times when you see this happen,
Mm.
it's more of like creative, like tiptoeing the line, trying to figure out what they really want to do. It seems like they really aren't set on Valkyria versus Liv Morgan. What do you guys think?
No, they're not. They're not. They're not set on that match. Not. And it's not to say they don't trust it. I just think right now, like you said, they're playing with their options right now and trying to see really what they want to do and which direction really they want to go. And because like you said, they still got Jade out there, uh, champion or whatever the case is, and they really don't even know about that situation. Really, you want to talk about something that's up in the air right now? That whole Jade situation is definitely up, definitely up in the air right now. So, uh, yeah, we're gonna find out what goes on here. It's gonna be very interesting.
No, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, Liv's definitely going after Stephanie. She's getting her title back. That's the only thing that really makes sense. And she ain't gonna jump to SmackDown because then all of Judgment Day would have to jump to SmackDown with her.
I mean, not necessarily.
Well, yeah, what are they gonna have her going back and forth between shows?
We got back and forth between shows. The Judgment Day, even though they're a faction, which seems like they have their own set of problems anyway, but it
Yeah,
seems like everybody has their own personality and storyline going on in Judgment Day. You have Finn Balor, who's doing his whole crisis with chasing the championship and fighting for his respect. And then Dirty Dom with his whole AAA, you know, um, he's living in a whole nother universe.
right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And then he's got his own. He just makes appearances on WWE whenever.
He gonna have to defend that Intercontinental title soon.
Yeah.
Um, and then Raquel doing her thing. So it's everybody's bouncing around. Every have with their own agendas. So not necessarily. I could see Liv getting involved over there. I think what it is right now, like you said, they don't know what they want to do with the Jade thing. And
Mm-hmm.
because of that, I think they're holding. I think the intent is Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. That would be a great match.
Yeah,
But
she's just doing the typical heel route. You know,
right,
she gonna tease it, and keep milking it
but I think
until she
that
finally
idea
announces.
because they're keeping it the idea of maybe throwing that curveball if it's needed. It's like in their back pocket.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't go the way they think, or they don't get the reaction they want from whatever the plan is with Jade, then I see a curveball going where you do get a Liv Morgan out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Right.
But then if you do that, it kind of leaves okay. Then because obviously you got Stephanie Vaquer, who's the champion, who has to have a Mania match. But then, of course, you could have somebody come out of the chamber and face Valkyrie. You know what I mean? But then it's kind of like, what was the whole point? You know what I mean? Then everybody's going to look back and be like, okay, that's cool, but what was the whole point of the build up with Liv and Valkyrie if you weren't going to pull the trigger? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But obviously, obviously this time of year, WWE is working overtime to get that final perfect, Mania card down, right?
Right.
So and the chamber it does play into that majorly, right? So I think after the chamber, we're going to kind of get that clear picture. You have to, because at that point, you have basically a month to promote your show. Right. That's it. Think about beginning of March, because you got WrestleMania like mid, like April 16th.
18th.
Yeah, Chamber's only 2 weeks away.
Right. And after that, that's it. Now I have to know what direction I'm going. I have to commit to it and I have to promote it. And I have to build it all the way in. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just what it is. I have to ride it all the way in. So I think that picture becomes clear after, like you said, no, dude, the chamber is like
2 weeks.
Chamber is on the 28th.
28th.
2 weeks?
Maybe 3 weeks. Today's February 9th.
It's the 10th. Well, yeah, it's the 10th already over here. But yeah, it's almost just over 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's gonna be very interesting to see. But I just see they make sure that she reiterates that she's still gonna pick. Like she still hasn't decided. So that's
they're just teasing it along.
But then you also have Rhea Ripley that qualified for the chamber. Now, if Rhea Ripley were to win this chamber, who does she go after?
Right.
But see, maybe that would be crazy. As much as I love Jordynne Grace, right? Hold on. Now, as much as I love Jordynne Grace, that would be crazy. Freaking Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill would be insane.
I would love it.
That would be crazy, bro.
Yeah, but you got to think though.
Never had an interaction or any back history, so the build for that would have to be like it had to be like very quick.
Yeah, it's too soon for that.
Yeah,
that's a Mania down the line.
Then who do we have for Rhea Ripley?
They're probably a tag match. Her and EO versus somebody.
What? No, you mean out of the chamber? If she wins the chamber,
she ain't winning the chamber. She's just gonna be in the chamber. She's just in the chamber, man.
If she does win the chamber, then what do we have for Rhea Ripley?
What? Yeah, she's just filler. Star name filler,
To win it, what would you do with her?
I don't know, because she don't make sense with nobody right now. That's why I want to have her win it
in the women's chamber.
What's up?
Who do you have winning the winning? Who do you have?
Oh, I told you, it's Bianca. Bianca's all day.
We haven't even. Where is she at?
And I'm sticking to my guns.
How many? They got 5 more spots for that chamber.
But
we're sticking with Bianca. I'm sorry, we got to stick with Bianca.
She'll show up.
I'm sorry, she hasn't been on television.
Yeah, so she'll be at the chamber.
So you're telling me that we're not going to see her till the chamber?
No.
Yeah, we're not.
Go up here next week. Either if she don't show up, she's gonna show up next week. Or like I'm saying, they're gonna have a mystery spot in that chamber, and it's gonna be Bianca.
Yeah.
You know how they love to do the blackout chamber every now and again.
Clip it.
And remember,
I've been saying this for weeks. Why are you acting surprised?
And remember, you got to have a big surprise. You got to have that. Because really, honestly, I really don't see any big surprises in the works for Elimination Chamber, really, to be honest. He's going to be the only one, if anything, to really show up, pop in the chamber, be that fifth member, and win it for the second time for the second year in a row. So that's the way we kind of that's the only way I see it.
If she don't win, a SmackDown star is winning it. That's all I'm saying. It could even, like you say, it could even be Jordan. But I say their match is going to end at their feuds end in that Elimination Chamber.
Who's that? Jade?
Jordan Grace and Jade. Yeah, in my head at least. This match Friday is just going to be a blow-off match. We all know something's going to happen.
On business tree, man. You see what he did? You see what he did, Julian? You see what he did, right?
We all know something's going to happen at this match.
Nope. You see what he did, Julian?
He said,
you see what he did? You know what I call that? Creating a safety net.
What do you mean? This is exactly what I've been saying. You need to go back and watch the last podcast, dog. This is what I've been saying. It's all recorded. Flip it. It's all recorded.
Hold on now.
This is your downfall.
And how many shows he's been saying, oh, well, for sure that's what's going to happen for sure. He's standing on business. But tonight, he said, well, at least in my head, get that safety net.
They're gonna have the DQ. It's gonna be it's gonna be a disqualification this week on SmackDown.
Let me tell you something.
And they're gonna have the finish to their feud at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And like I said, I hope they finish this feud up on SmackDown, because then we could get Jordan Grace in the chamber.
Jules, he got the safety net, and guess what? Beneath that, he even got the mats. He got the mats.
This man don't be listening.
You remember when you was in school? You remember in school when they had the mats? They had the mats.
Yeah.
He got a whole bunch of them laying down there too. So that way he can land real soft and get up out of there when it goes south. Yeah,
I don't know what you talk about. I've been saying this same exact shit for 3 weeks. You just don't be listening.
Look out below. I see you.
Been saying the same exact shit for 3 weeks, and you just don't be listening.
Hey, you seen the movies where the helicopter blow up and somebody make it out? They got parachute, they chill. That's what he gonna be like. Yeah, I was wrong, but I made it out.
And you're gonna have to acknowledge me again Friday after SmackDown.
Yeah, I was wrong. It's gonna be wee right safety net, boy. You go. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do to him when we go live for Mania. But right before the Jordan Grace match, I'm gonna be like, hey, get that parachute.
You mean SmackDown with the women's Rumble, the women's Battle Royal on SmackDown before Mania?
Nah, bro.
That's what you mean.
Ain't going out like that.
That's where she going.
No, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. What else we had tonight, man? Hey, but wait a minute now. So let's talk about the Masked Man, because now he done rolled up. So like I said, this Masked Man, we thought it was going. The Masked Man, first of all, for everybody who didn't see it, the Masked Man interferes, costing Austin Theory the match, hits him with another curb stomp, gets up out of there, hits the barricade because the rest of the Vision comes out to try to stop him, but he gets away from him. So now that the Masked Man has attacked, Austin Theory, we know it's not Austin Theory again. And then we also saw moments, seconds after the Masked Man got out of there, we saw Adam Pearce pop out again. So we know it's not Adam
before
Pearce.
And after.
Right. So the thing is, they're trolling us at this point because they keep up with social media, right? They keep up with what everybody's saying. Like, they look for a reaction on social media. So last week they had the Masked Man come out there and attack Braun, right? Or not last week. When it was last week, it was during the Rumble, but whatever.
Yeah, it was right before the Rumble.
So and then once that happened, social media exploded with all these theories about how it might be Austin Theory, because they already had the theory that Austin Theory, no pun intended right there, but they already had the idea that he was already planted into the Vision and that Austin Theory was Seth Rollins' boy the whole time. So people were thinking that maybe he brought the Masked Man gimmick back to throw everybody off. So it was a whole bunch of stuff. Then stuff popping up, a bunch of names just floating around. So, they pay attention. So they're like, okay, we're going to, this week, we're going to screw him again. We're going to mess with him again. We're going to have him attack the guy that everybody thinks it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So now that just messed everybody up. It's like, you just saw the guy that rules out Austin Theory. He got a curb stomp. Then we thought maybe Adam Pearce was doing his thing, right? But Adam Pearce, it's not Adam Pearce, right? So now people are trying to say Grayson Waller. Some people
Rules out Logan Paul.
people are
Logan Paul was out there.
it's not Logan Paul.
Yep,
And
and ruled him out.
People are saying Jake Paul. People are saying Jake Paul. But I think it's neither one of that. I think it's Chris Jericho.
I think that's what they're doing right now. It's the easy answer right now. It's Seth. It's Seth Rollins.
I think it's Seth Rollins. So here's
if it's Seth Rollins, then why do the mask thing?
No. So
because he ain't ready yet. He's still recovering. He's still in recovery. So they can have somebody come out, masked man, messing with him, and then when he's ready to go, he shows up.
Yeah.
So does this?
Because we all know the person in the mask don't necessarily mean it's going to be who they reveal it to be.
Right.
Yeah, but I just still don't understand why have a second masked man again after you already did that though.
Because it's Seth. Why not?
So it's basically playing mind games.
Yeah.
100%.
Because the first masked man was Austin Theory just doing his own thing,
playing mind games on CM Punk.
Yeah,
that was Seth playing mind games on CM Punk with Austin Theory.
So Seth
now
Rollins,
this time, Now this time it was Seth Rollins the first time. He was in charge of the Vision when they brought Austin Theory in still. So Seth wasn't hurt. He wasn't out yet.
But then why would he attack his own boy tonight?
Because they took him out. They attacked him. They kicked him out of the Vision.
Oh, so he basically was just using Austin Theory for the moment.
No, he was bringing Austin Theory in, but then he got injured and it fucked up the storyline. So they had Braun Breaker spear the shit out of him, get him out of the Vision, so he could go recover, have his surgery, recover.
You said that you're saying that Austin Theory is Seth Rollins' boy.
No, he's the Vision's boy. They brought him in while he was still, Seth Rollins was still, it's just like the Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest shit.
Right.
Okay.
Damian Priest brought in Dom, they're just doing that all over again, it seems like.
Seth's about.
I still don't understand. But my thing, I guess I'm thrown off with the fact that Austin Theory, I still don't get the reason to have two masked men.
Well, Austin Theory, Braun Breaker's hurt. You'd still have the masked man attacking Braun Breaker.
Right.
But since Braun Breaker had his hernia surgery, you got to have he's now targeting members of the Vision, the rest of the crew.
Right.
But okay, so let's go back, right? So Austin Theory was the original masked man. We know that.
Yeah, but he was brought in. Who brought him in? It was Seth.
Yep.
It wasn't Paul Heyman. It wasn't Braun Breaker. It was Seth that brought him into the Vision.
Austin Theory decided that he was going to join the Vision.
They brought him in.
But he came on his own and said, I want to make an impact. You don't remember that? He showed up on his own with a new gimmick and he was like, I want to make an impact. I want to prove that I belong in the Vision.
Yeah, but the masked man shit, why, that's why they brought him into the Vision. He was doing what Seth was telling him to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just said that Seth put Austin Theory in the Vision, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So that makes him what? Seth's boy.
But then they all turned on Seth to write him off TV. That's the part you're missing. They all beat the shit out of Seth. It wasn't just Breaker.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
And then
it's just like when Finn and all them turned on Edge.
I might be confusing timelines because maybe I think that's what it is. I'm confusing timelines because when the masked man showed up, Seth was still in charge.
Seth was still running the Vision when the masked man showed up. They were still fucking with Punk. At that point, my bet was Mania plans was Seth and Punk.
Right.
Oh,
Seth got hurt. Threw a wrench in everything.
Yeah.
Here's another question. If Seth was fine with the Vision, everything was going good with the Vision, why have no, because Survivor Series is when the masked man showed up.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just Seth was still around.
No, I don't know. I think Seth was out, right?
No, Seth
Seth was already out.
Seth was still
No,
around.
he was still around. He was still around.
Seth got jumped when the night after Survivor Series.
When did he get hurt? What match did he get hurt in?
So I think
you're right. I think you're right because the Masked Man helped them win.
Yeah.
The stage
right.
match.
He even helped him win.
And the next night, that's the next night when Seth did his whole speech about how he was proud of everybody and everything like that.
Right.
Because he was still around for like a month, and then he got hurt, and that threw a wrench into everything. So they went they went plan 2A. You know how they do. They got plans for everything.
Seth Rollins coming back and basically
it's just a revenge tour on the Vision. And it gets him away from CM Punk right now because CM Punk's with Roman.
This is a babyface CM Punk we get. I mean, not CM Punk, but a babyface Seth Rollins we getting ready to see. And when that mask come off, that whole place is going to go freaking insane and go nuts when he come back. That's how it's going to roll.
Okay.
And then hopefully we get Breaker versus Seth at Mania. If they're both ready, I think that's how it's set. They're trying to set it up,
and they're just they're just buying time until Braun Breaker.
He also was the one that caused Braun Breaker the Rumble.
Yeah, the Masked Man. Yeah,
yep.
He caused Breaker the Rumble. Oh, because every time somebody's about to get close to something big, he shows up. Like when Breaker was about to possibly win the Rumble or get his shot in.
Yeah.
Then when Austin Theory was about to get a spot in the chamber, he ruined that. He keeps ruining Vision plans.
Yeah. Bingo.
It's got to be Seth.
Yep. It's not actually him.
That's the easy answer, at least.
Yeah.
It don't gotta be Seth. It could be, like you said, it could be Jericho.
It could be maybe because they could be waiting. That this could just be waiting for Jericho's contract to run out.
Yep, spinning the wheels.
Doesn't necessarily have to be on contract yet.
Yeah,
they could just be doing the Masked Man, and they're not saying his name or who it is or whatever. You don't know who it is, right? And then Jericho comes under contract, then they can pull the mask off and it'd be Jericho. Obviously, right now the person that's doing it is not Chris Jericho. There's like probably some performance kid or somebody that's like a
similar size, similar build
or whatever, right? But once he is there, then it will actually be him. You know what I mean? But once he gets on contract, you could do that.
Yeah.
And I think that I could see them taking advantage of the situation because the situation right now is that they're having to wait for his contract to run out. Right. And so that's throwing off the fan base because everybody's reporting about how, like, we saw a few days ago, it was a big headlines about how Chris Jericho was still showing up as an AEW alumni on the page and all this stuff, which then puts it in everybody's head like, oh, he's not coming. He's not going to be involved because now he's on an AEW contract, which makes you forget about Chris Jericho, right? Yep. And I could see WWE saying, okay, they aren't thinking about him. So now we got time to let that burn out and then surprise the shit out of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, and don't forget the Chamber. I mean, in my opinion, after the John Cena turn last year, the Chamber now, I expect something big now. Like that, like the John Cena heel turn last year.
Right.
For me, that set the bar for that event now.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Like, you can't go from that and then have a regular, like, mid-ass Chamber this year. You can't do it.
No, you definitely can't.
So I feel like, after what they did. So, I mean,
it sounds like they're already stacking the cards, though.
Yeah.
Becky versus AJ, and then Seth versus Punk.
Yeah.
And then the Chamber matches. Those are two good. Those are better filler matches than Rumble was, I'd say.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
We had Gunther versus AJ. I ain't gonna, it was a good match, but.
So what's up? I noticed that Gunther's kind of floated to the back a little bit.
Right? What's up?
Yeah. But as you saw,
but they're so slick, man. They're so slick how they rotate people because they'll distract you with a whole bunch of stuff. And then you kind of forget that you haven't seen Gunther this week. Wait a minute, I ain't seen Gunther this week. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie, because when you mentioned it now, I was like, wait a minute, I haven't seen that dude like tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean,
He
he
showed.
had to do. He just retired AJ Styles, so I feel like now he's gonna probably go to the back burner until you know what I mean.
Oh no, I think he's getting ready to enter this chamber match because remember he said because Byron Saxton interviewed him and he was like, oh, what's your next plans? And then he was like, oh, it's WrestleMania, whatever the case is. And so he was like, oh, you'll find out, of course, next Monday night or whatever the case is. So, yeah, I think.
He had an interview tonight.
Yeah, he did a little interview segment tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I must listen.
Maybe next week then.
Yeah, so we'll see what takes place there. So.
Well, and with all this chaos going on, LA Knight finds a way to get himself a slot into the. What's going on, man? You're shaking your head.
They just did the tsunami. I ain't mad at LA Knight winning. He was, he's gonna be in the chamber.
Right.
I just don't like how they had that man take the tsunami, take all, and then bam, he picks up the dub.
LA Knight eventually is going to be out of the company. Honestly,
what's up?
I just don't think LA Knight will ever peak.
No, he's always gonna be. Yeah,
He's gonna be in the mid.
I feel like he'll eventually leave.
I think, like I said, I hate to say it like, but he's gonna be Sheamus. He's only gonna be the top star if ever.
I feel like he's gonna leave though. He'll go. I feel like as much as I rat on AEW, I feel like some people with their gimmick would do much better in AEW.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I was saying earlier tonight when I was watching, they got Pete Dunne doing this Americanos thing. Pete Dunne as the bruiserweight would go crazy in AEW.
I could see that. I could see him in AEW.
In AEW?
Yeah, but they got too many people already as it is.
LA,
at least they're getting on TV over here. I mean, sort of.
The War Raiders, because they take tag teams super seriously in AEW. So the War Raiders would be crazy in AEW. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll give them that. That's the one thing they do but good. They do the tag matches.
Yeah. They take tag team serious, like tag team wrestling.
Yeah, give them that.
Like dead serious. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I feel like certain people, like how Ciampa went over there, he's doing like much better. I feel like,
right.
Yeah. Well, his clock's already ticking, Andrade's clock's already ticking. We all know how the AEW start, or the WWE to AEW start.
Talent over there, you have to rotate.
You had one person besides Jericho. The only person that's been able to stay on top is Moxley.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets buried after the 3-month push.
Well, Darby's been doing his thing.
Yeah, but he's not a WWE guy.
The MJF as well.
Yeah, but like I said, he's not all the WWE stars that go to AEW.
Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, Swerve's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Swerve's always.
I always forget Swerve came from. I always forget Swerve came from 205, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep, Swerve is doing his thing over there. FTR.
Yeah, fuck. Swerve's doing better than I'd say. Swerve's over Moxley, doing way better than Moxley.
Oh,
shit.
FTR.
Yeah. So yeah, they're finally starting to do something. Christian's doing something.
Dude, they've been one They've been.
Yeah, but they were out of the. They did the same thing. They showed up and then they disappeared, and now they're back again.
They won the tag titles like 20 times.
Yeah. Now they're back again.
Right. So they took time off or whatever.
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné. But some people, like, you have no choice. Like, Mercedes Moné is somebody that's not going to put up. I think it really depends on the backbone of the talent. Like, they come in there like, look, like, the reason I came over here is A, B, and C. And I'm not going to come over here and put up with A, B, and C. Like, Mercedes, like, you knew off top, like, somebody like her, like, yeah, you're just gonna, there's no other option. Like, she's going to be on top. That's the end of the conversation. Toni Storm, same thing. Toni Storm, same thing. She came over from NXT.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Same thing. She's been on top the whole time. But I think that comes down to, number one, And that's with any brand. How well can I get myself over? And then number two, once I am over, like, what is my backbone and my work ethic, right?
Yeah.
And so if I have all those elements, I'm gonna stay on top. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna go right back to WWE.
Tony Storm hadn't did that. I think some people
Not
are.
yet.
I think
Her
some
contract ain't up yet. Let her contract come up yet.
Oh yeah,
I
let
think
the
I think
contract.
she's happy over that. I think she like
You
really
know,
does.
but yeah, she left during Vince era too, though. You know.
But then there's also, I mean, she's done pretty much everything she can do there.
Mm-hmm.
Now the
So maybe
question is,
it could come down to one of those. I've done so much here. You know what I mean?
Restart the Rhea Tony Storm feud. You know, rivalry.
and I hope she brings all the music.
I don't see her leaving though. There are some people that I could see maybe coming over at some point, but I don't think she'll. I think you'll get Kenny Omega to come over there before you get Tony Storm to come over. I think you get MJF to come over before either one of those.
Yeah, MJF all day. I don't think Kenny would come over. I don't think WWE would. You know,
I think Kenny. Well, Kenny said that
he's too old. I ain't saying he's too old, but he's too beat up. You know, he's on the backside of his career.
I mean, dude, AJ Styles came over there at the backside of his career.
Yeah, but AJ Styles has been here 10 years.
Yeah, right.
He had 10 years left. He wasn't on the backside. You know, he was still in the middle. You know,
tank, man. And you gotta understand, Kenny Omega is banged up because of the aggressive.
Oh no, yeah, I ain't. Like I said, I ain't hating on the man.
Well, I'm saying,
like I said, Kenny's pushing 40,
and and that's why, dude.
And he's broke down. You know,
Cody's the same age. Cody's the face of the company.
Is Cody 40?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So is your boy Randy Orton. Same thing.
Yeah.
So like the thing is, because it works because WWE's style of doing things is not as aggressive. These guys are banged up because they're coming from your New Japans and your independent scenes where you do all these crazy death matches.
Yeah, the death match.
Even
yeah.
AEW, you got guys doing parking lot brawls and crap. That's really not going down like that every week. Like, you know, with WWE, it's kind of like, okay, you wrestle this match, you're in this program, then you go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More of like a light. It's very light. It's not. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's not.
And their spots aren't as dangerous.
Right.
Their spots are more like stunts instead of.
So once people look to make that last big push and that last big, exclamation mark on their career and get that last big check, that's when they knock on the door at WWE. It's like, okay, hey, all right, I'll go ahead and make a WWE run, see what happens, whatever, like that. So I could see Kenny Omega definitely doing like I say, really, I could see him doing the same blueprint. Maybe not as long, but I could see him doing at least like 3 years on WWE before he calls it quits. At least, I could see that. Or at least 2.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
I can see it.
MJF definitely once he peaks to that part of
I'm surprised he's not here already.
Yeah,
definitely out the door to go do his thing. I can see that. So but I think people from both brands would do well on both, like depending on who you're talking about. Like there's people on AEW that would do so much better in WWE. There's people and then vice versa. So it really depends who you're talking about. So that's just how that boils down. Then we had the CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor showing up, just demanding his respect once again. So it looks like he's going to run it back. He's going to get. So I know a few weeks ago, we talked about the possibility of getting that rematch at the Chamber. So it looks like we're going to get that CM Punk, Finn Balor. Now that this match is a reality, I'm asking again, are we getting the Demon?
No, I don't think we see the Demon again unless it's like crazy Mania match or something. I don't think we're seeing the Demon unless it's something crazy.
Unless Punk says, I don't want to face this Finn Balor. Face the Demon. So unless he says something along those lines.
I can see it that way then. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, unless he just says, hey, I don't want to face this Finn Balor. I want to face the Demon. I want to face the man that was in NXT that ran for all them years or whatever the case is, like that. So
Oh man,
something like that. Yeah.
we got time for that promo to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Time to do it. Yeah, throw it in there. Yeah.
Jules tonight with the hot take.
Yeah, that would be.
There it is.
I can see that. That's a good one.
Jules stepping his pod game up tonight with the hot take. I like it. I like it. No more school pictures for Julian. If you're a loyal listener, you got that joke. So let's talk about some other stuff here going on. So obviously Super Bowl blowout here with that, the big talk, the Bad Bunny halftime show. Some people complaining as usual.
Oh yeah.
Well, one fun fact about it, and I had pointed that out during the halftime show, was that that wedding, that was a real wedding.
Yeah, that was legit. I heard
that was a legit real wedding. That was, the transition was so smooth. I thought it was a part of the performance, but that was a real. I'm not sure how they went about getting that set up. Like, how does one request to be in a bad
right? You got to know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I didn't really look up the details, but I'll get that for you guys. I'm gonna read more into that. And next show I'm gonna be back and get the actual facts on it. But yeah, they got married during that's it gets no better than that. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's huge.
I mean, what a story! Like, for years to come. Like, oh yeah, we got married at the Super Bowl halftime show, which is crazy.
50 million people watching.
Performance. Okay, right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's totally insane. Good for them. Congratulations to them. And then, but also a lot of backlash going on. People upset about, the usual. You have the country divided. You have some people that enjoyed it, some people that didn't. Some people didn't enjoy it for various reasons, saying they couldn't understand the words, so they don't. Or Spanish doesn't belong.
Yeah, but you don't need to know the words. It's music. Music.
I feel like there's a lot of ignorant people who don't appreciate different cultures.
Right.
Yeah, I just feel like that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. People are just ignorant and like, oh, well, this is America. This doesn't belong here. First of all, Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, and Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. You know what I mean? I mean, he is an American. I mean, I consider Bad Bunny he is an American.
Yeah, he is American.
He has a right to be here like everybody else. The Latinos have a right to be here just like everybody else. I love Latinos. I love Latinas. Obviously, we know that. Oh yeah, Latinas. Yeah. One time for Latinas there on that. You heard it here first. The trail count. But yeah. So yeah. I mean, it is ignorance to come out and say, oh, this culture doesn't belong in ours. Like, who are we to say that? We're supposed to be the greatest. Well, we think we are at least the greatest country in the world. Or we're supposed to be. And then with the land of opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so, Bad Bunny has earned his place here in the culture and the music industry 10 times over as one of the most popular and streamed artists in the world.
Yeah, not just his country, not just America, the world.
Right, in the world. So it made every sense for him to be a part of this. It was a very smart move by the NFL. This is the main reason why there are games that are scheduled overseas. They're expanding, just like I think it was last night's pod, the same thing I said about, the audiences. You know what I mean? Taking audiences from other industries and bringing them, making them your audience. And this was just the same thing that went down. I mean, just like anything, we live in a time where people think that just because they have an opinion that now it has to be law, and that nobody else's opinion. So if I didn't like it, then nobody liked it. No, it's just that you didn't like it. Right. But it just for, if I can find 10 people that didn't like it, I can go get 30 people that did. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, not saying your opinion doesn't matter, but if we're talking over the consensus, it doesn't. That's just how it is. Just because I say, well, you know what, I hate iPhone and I'm not going to buy an iPhone ever. Okay, well, too bad, because iPhone is a billion-dollar industry that's still going to sell and be successful. No matter if I buy an iPhone, no matter if I could say, And there were some people that were even posting videos saying that they were watching last year's halftime show on their phones during this halftime show. And I'm like, okay, well, good for you. So while you were on your phone watching a replay, people were watching live, still watching the actual current halftime show. That still made its money and did its numbers.
Okay,
good for you.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? So this is funny, the times that we live in.
And my thing is, the Super Bowl halftime show was quick. So matter of fact, that was the quickest halftime show that I've seen in years. So he didn't hold it long. So it's not like he performed like 30 to 40 songs or something like that. No, he did about 1 or 2 or 3 songs and he was out of there. So
yeah. Another fun fact, the trees that are the bushes or whatever you want to call them that were used in the performance, those were people dressed as bushes.
Yeah, I seen him running off. That was crazy.
People, that's crazy. I wonder how much they made for that. But yeah, that was awesome. Wow, that's something unique, something different there. So, but yeah, hey man, it is what it is. You can't please everybody. If you look at the history of the halftime show, every year there has been criticism. Every year.
Every year.
Last year was Kendrick Lamar was getting a lot of hate.
Mm-hmm.
right.
That people, when he did the whole Drake disc, and people were like, oh, well, he had a bunch of other songs he could have did. Like, he shouldn't have made the halftime show about his beef with some other rapper. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, then you had the other half that were like, oh, that was funny as hell. Like, it was good, like, or whatever. People are just never going to be happy. And you can't. And
you got the #1 song in the country. How are you not gonna perform it?
Right.
And then so that goes back to my point. You can't ever make everybody happy. You can't. You know what I mean? It's impossible. It doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter who you bring. Somebody's gonna have something to say. Criticism. That's the life we live. So it is what it is. But shout out to Bad Bunny. Amazing performance. Shout out to the Latinos out there all across listening right now, watching. Shout out to you guys. And I mean, it is what it is, man. So we're gonna keep on rocking, keep on supporting our local communities here as much as we can. But people like that, ignorant people. My thing is, even though everybody knows I'm a world traveler and I'm always encouraging people to, branch out, like people like that, I hope they never get passports. Just stay here. We don't need you going over anywhere. I don't need you going over making, America look bad because you know what? That's fine. Just stick to Just stick to your usual Miami trip and it's fine. Or whatever it is that you do. Like you go whatever place, New Orleans, whatever, basic trip. And no problem. Hey, look, I enjoy places in the States too, but there's more things to see. But some people just need to stay here. Don't even worry about getting the passport. Don't even worry about it. Just stay here, man. There's no hope for you. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So we're looking forward here. What we got coming up? Wednesday, like I said, AEW Dynamite comes to you live from Ontario, California. Out here about 40 minutes away from me. I will be live in the building to check out what they got going on. Looking forward to the AEW Women's Championship match, the strap match. Stat Daddy Chris Statline, they're defending against the Toxic Spider Tagla in a strap match.
Good one.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
The last match was phenomenal. So this one right here definitely will be top of the line and expect them to really go at it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a crazy match. Tekla's going nuts right now.
Yeah, big one. And so then what else we got coming up? Oh, this weekend, pay-per-view. First of all, we got NBA, the NBA All-Star Weekend. But other than that, we got TNA No Surrender, February 13th.
Yeah.
Going down, and do not ask me about that card because I have forgotten. But I do know something's going on with I think Moose and that new that new version of the system, because he's a baby face now. They and Eddie Edwards, they brought in your boy Cedric Alexander, who I forgot even worked there, but now he's back. And now I'm not gonna do him like that. Cedric was actually having matches though, he was, but now he's a part of the system. And obviously they just retired Fandango,
Right.
and he actually retired in real life. So, but they wrote him off, whatever. They turned on him, and they also brought it. But you know what? Shout out to Bear Bronson, who came from AEW, went to TNA, and I mean, they honestly, and he kept his name as Bear Bronson, and actually, I mean, turning into a very serious powerhouse character. He's like the he's like the Bronson Reed of the system. Honestly,
Yeah,
a serious
I
character.
see that. Yeah,
He's always, you know what, he's those two, his tag partner, him and his tag partner, when they were in AEW, they were pretty good. He was impressive.
That trip was
over
garbage,
there.
bro. Bear and Boulder and that whole tag team was so
Yeah.
good. That shit was so boring. No, but because I was kind of skeptical when they kept the Bear Bronson, I was like, that's so lame. But then when they came out with a different presentation and then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm cool with that now. You know, it had the same transition that Brody King had, because when Brody King first in House of Black, I was like, oh yeah, whatever, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And then like now I'm like, oh, okay, Brody King, all right, cool, I'll take it. It's kind of like sometimes people are able to keep their name, but it's their presentation changes everything, right? So speaking of which, let's back up a little bit. Shout out to the low key legend who we got to see her in a new ring attire tonight, Natty.
Yeah, she looks serious tonight.
Natty,
where's this gimmick band?
Okay, right.
Well, she was doing that in the independent scene though.
Yeah, I know, but why is she been doing it in WWE from the beginning?
Because they wasn't allowed her to do it.
She's been killing it. Yeah, she looked good tonight. She looks serious.
A low-key legend. Maxine Dupree looking like a whole snack.
Yep.
Looking like a whole snack. Well, she's married to what's his face? Lucky guy, man.
Yeah.
What's his face? She's married to that damn, I forgot. I think it's somebody over in NXT. I gotta look that up. She just married him like a few weeks ago, actually, like a month ago.
No, that's up.
Yeah. Lucky guy. She's gorgeous, man. Maxine Dupree.
Oh yeah.
And then all right, man, don't get in trouble over there, man. Don't get in trouble over there. Hey, all of a sudden you see a screen go black. I'd be like, well, that's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see. You know what? Like and subscribe. We gotta go. Like we may or may not have him next show.
That's great.
Get this man in trouble, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna cut out of here, man. I gotta get ready. I gotta catch a little nap here or something, and then I get back up and gotta do great things out here in the military. But we, as usual, make sure you guys that's all the time we have for tonight, but make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Hit that button and show us some love as usual. Thank everybody here on YouTube Live for watching. Thank everybody in podcast land for listening. And until next time, we will check you guys out. And also make sure you guys catch me Wednesday night live in Ontario for Dynamite. Maybe we can get some fans here on the somebody else, or catch some fan interviews, fan interactions, or something. We'll see what I can.
There you go.
We'll see. I don't have a ticket yet for this thing. Y'all know how big ticket trail, trying to see what he can get, but I will be at the show with results, and I'll let you guys know how it was. So I'll catch you guys on Wednesday night. Until then, I want all you guys to stay safe, stay productive, stay positive. Don't be a hater. Don't be a lame. And until next time, the trail count is out of here. See you guys, and good night.
Take it easy, y'all.
All right.